What's up guys, Showbump here. Today I'm going to go over a beginner's guide to Skyrim where you will learn a couple of helpful tips, tricks and strategies that will help you get a very good start to Skyrim. If you're more experienced players that might be watching this, there will probably be a thing or two for you in here as well. This guide it involves how to get a boosted head start in Skyrim, but be warned, some of these tips and tricks here do involve things like hidden chests, but there is no cheating involved like console commands and things like that. For this tutorial, I'll be starting a brand new character and playing him through all of the sequences to show that all of these tips and tricks can help you from the start. So without further ado, let's get right into it. For the new character, I'm going to be using a new sexy beast, Dark Elf, and I'll call him Snicker, which, yes, is in reference to a Snickers bar, but hey, I'm not a great imagination, but yeah, he's going to be the character we're going to use for this tutorial. Okay, so you're going to be running through the starting and everything, and the second you get to a dead body, or not a dead body, but the first people you kill, make sure to take everything, even if their stuff isn't that good. This is so that you like have an abundance of things, items that could be slightly valuable that you can spend and like sell to the traders down in Riverwood and make some good coin, which you'll be using later on for a few other things. Once you're outside, he'll ask you if you want to split up, or well, you should split up. Whatever you do, do not split up with this guy. That's a lot of mistake beginners make because he'll lead you to Riverwood and also show you the stones, which is pretty important, and they go by themselves. Okay, so once you follow this guy, he'll lead you to a place like this. But what kind of sucks with my PC is really bad. For some reason I had trouble loading the stones themselves. So they were invisible, but they still did the same thing. So you'll basically come across the thief stone right there. The mage stone right there. Wait. Right. Oh. Okay, so the thief stone's the one in front of me there. Right there. Then, the mage stone is off to the right there. No, not quite there. There, yeah. It's hidden for me, but you'll be able to see them easily. And off to the right is the warrior stone. So basically what these do, when you accept their signs, they give you they make you learn 20% of the skills faster, and you can only have one of these on at a time. And you can find different ones of these across the maps. So basically, after you've activated one of these, sometimes, if you have the actual things there, it'll send a beam up into the sky. Basically, after this, you just continue on down the track. Okay, so if you take either one of the guys from Helgen, they'll lead you to Riverwood, where they'll talk to someone, and then they'll tell you to go to Whiterun. Before you leave Whiterun, go to the Riverwood Trader, where I just showed you where that was. And once you're in the Riverwood Trader, you want to go to the guy at the counter and speak to him. Ask him what have you got for sale. Now this is where all the collecting items at the start, collecting extra items from dead people comes from. You want to go to your apparel, which I messed up here, weapons and apparel, and just want to sell a bunch of useless things that you don't want. And this will hold you in a nice bit of gold, not heaps, but a nice bit to keep you going for the start, and using things such as carriages to get you places. So yeah, just sell off some things. I sold the magic because I'm not using magic on this character, and it sells for quite a bit. So yeah, that just got me an odd 300 bucks or 300 coins. I probably shouldn't say bucks because it's a game. From the trader. Now after this, you want to go upstairs. I almost left because I forgot about it, but you want to go head upstairs, the Riverwood Trader, and this will be used for later. You want to crouch, sneak, make sure you don't get caught. I was lagging a lot here right now, and take a wooden plate from one side, go to the other side, sneak, and take another wooden plate. Make sure you take 2 wooden plates, it's very important. And yeah, I almost got caught. You saw nothing. So after that, you got to head around to Whiterun, which they'll have a waypoint there, and then that'll be like the Riverwood people tell you to go there. You want to speak to this girl and just clear up while you're there, and then so she doesn't come find you. Then run to the left, and then down these stairs. Go through the door straight ahead, I'll show you. There's passage to the right and a door to the left. Go straight ahead. Then close the door behind you, because sometimes you get caught down here. You get people on you. I don't know why. Now after this, you want to jump up here. And this is quite hard sometimes, because you have to get right, like, to the... so you're touching the wall. Like that. So this usually takes people a few tries. Now, you probably want to save, just so you don't want to mess up here and then have to do it all over again. So yeah, just save this part up. And then, once it's saved... Wait a second. There we go. Once it's saved, you can either drop a plate directly below or to the left on the cabinets. Make sure it's in reach. A wooden plate that you picked up from Riverwood. Only one of them. Now you want to pick it up, hold it towards you, and sprint into it. Hold it up to the wall and sprint right into it, okay? Now, when you get into this room, there'll be an Ebony Blade and a book on why you shouldn't take the blade, but ignore that because it doesn't really mean anything. Now that you've got the Ebony Blade, which is really helpful, you want to get out of this room, right? So you got to look directly at this wall. Okay, so the door's there. Look directly at this wall. Go into items, not your map, which is where I screwed up again. Go into your items and select a wooden plate and drop it. Pick it up, hold it against the wall, directly at like eye level, and sprint into it. And you should pop out into like an abyss, and then wham, you'll be back in the little area. Now you'll have the Ebony Blade, which will be really helpful for starting off because it's quite powerful and it has life absorb, so you get life every time you hit someone. You get health. So yeah, this is a very handy tip that'll help you out. And after this, you just continue on the quest or like talking to the dude for a bit, the Jarl, and yeah. Alrighty, for the next trick, instead of doing what the Jarl said you wanted to do with going to Bleakfall Sparrow or whatever, you want to talk to the carriage outside of Whiterun, which is quite easy to find. Say I'd like to hire a carriage and use the money you got to go to Dawnstar. The money you got from selling all those items that you collected from Helgen. Now hop in the back of the carriage and we off to Dawnstar. This is a way to get easy money at Dawnstar, and it involves hidden chests, so if you don't like doing this sort of thing, you can just skip this step, because it's not really important. You can still get money other ways, but this is just a quick way to get a little bit of extra money at the start, so that you can have a bit of a boost to get, not necessarily good items, but maybe some spells and things like hiring carriages and things like that. So once you're here, you want to look to see if the Khajiits, which are little cat human things, you want to see if they're here, and if they're not, they'll often have a tent to the side. You want to keep waiting 24 hours until they appear. This will often take a few days if they're not there when you get there already. And you just gotta have some patience and keep waiting, and sometimes they'll appear behind me, like they did here, without setting up their tents and everything. Now, I'm not sure you have to talk to buy from, because usually you can buy from them, but I don't know, I've had some weird troubles where you can't buy from them lately. Anyway, once you've done that, you want to head down to Dawnstar. Once they're there, you want to head down Dawnstar, head down this way. And sorry for the having like all the item fades and object fades and actor fades really low. It's just my PC's really bad, and it's like the only way I could get it to work with recording, and I couldn't. Yeah, yeah, it's disappointing, but hey, I'll work with what I got. Anyway, you want to head over to this rock over here, or this like little trees and like a few rocks, and you want to head over right about, like crouch and head right about there, and there'll be a chest in the ground. You can access this, and once you're in, you can get, there's just a ton of weapons and things that you can take if you want. Basically, I'd go through and I'd grab all of the soul gems, because they're really needed. Any weapons that you want to use that are good, grab all the soul gems, definitely grab them. Grab the 750 gold, which is a nice bit of gold, and grab all the iron, which I didn't because I'm an idiot, and leather strips if there are any in this one. And that should be about all you need. You'll be needing the leather and iron and soul gems for the next few tips in a minute. And yeah, just grab a few things. if there's anything with an enchantment on it, grab it, if you can hold it anyway, and you can go and disenchant it at the enchantment rooms later on. So after you've grabbed everything you need out of that chest, you want to fast travel back to Whiterun and hire the carriage again, and ask to go to Solitude. Then jump in the back of the carriage and you go off to Solitude. And this is another one of a hidden chest just to get you a few extra items that you may need, or will need actually. So after the loading screen's finished, you will, 1 second. Okay, so once you're at Solitude, you want to head up this pathway, all the way up to the big gates. And once you're up there, you want to take a turn right, and there'll be a tent and some more Khajiits up there. And you want to go near, there's a blue twig somewhere here, I'm not sure if you can see it because of my graphics on this computer. Oh, no, I think I see it. Wait, there's a blue twig on the ground somewhere. There it is. There. Right there. It's like a little blue twig. You want to go up slightly from there. About there. That's where you'll find this hidden chest. Now, same thing. You can grab any weapons that you think will be handy. Any enchantments that you can carry. Soul gems, gold, iron, leather. All that handy stuff. You want to grab it. And it should help you out. Any valuables, also grab that because you can trade them for quite a bit of gold. So yeah, I'll just let this play through.
Fortune smiles upon this meeting.
Okay, so now you want to head back to Whiterun into the Dragon's Reach. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Dragon's Reach. You want to fast travel over there. And a bit of lag there. So once you've fast traveled here, you want to run back in through and then into the actual Dragon's Reach. Let that load. It shouldn't take too long because it's not a very big place to load. And wait a minute. And we're in. Alright, so now you want to run up and run to the right where you talk to that wizard guy. Run up into the right, and he should have an enchanting table. Yep, right there. And click E to use. Now you want to disenchant any, at least one item out of the enchanted items you have. Just get the one you don't really want. And that'll destroy the item, but keep the enchantment. Now you can go into your items and enchant any of the items that you have that will need enchanting really, and would have a benefit from an enchantment. But mainly why you want to do this is just so you have more enchantments for future, and it'll get your enchanting up a little bit. And also, I forgot to put this tip in first, but one thing you want to do is, because we grabbed all that iron and leather, we'll be in the next part I'll show you, we'll be going to a smithing and we'll be creating a bunch of daggers, iron daggers, and then you're just going to enchant all of these with light enchantments to sell for quite a bit of money. Okay, so now as I was saying, you're going to go to the blacksmith area right at the entrance of Whiterun, and you're going to use all that leather and turn it into leather strips at the tanning rack, and any leather strips you have will just already be used there, and just create as many iron daggers as you can. This will help get your smithing up, which will be handy later on, except it won't do that much. And you just want to have a couple of iron daggers to do like I said before. Go ahead and enchant them with light enchantments, and you'll probably sell each of them for about 300 gold each. But also another handy thing is I won't tell you this yet, just keep one iron dagger, alright? And you can also wait 48 hours and then talk to her and say what you've got for sale, and she'll sell more iron and leather stuff to you. But it is important to keep one iron dagger unenchanted. Now basically, after you've defeated the dragon and that part of the quests and everything, you'll have to go back to the Jarl and talk to him, and you'll be summoned by the Greybeards to the mountain, and you want to head up there and just do the normal quest stuff. So yeah, you'll have to head up these 7,000 steps to Hyhothra, which is a bit of a hike. Alrighty, so once you made it up here, it'll look a little like this, or not a little, a lot. So you'll just want to do the normal quest line stuff with the Greybeards, and after they try to send you to go get something like the Jurgen Windcaller or something, you want to wait till it's about 5 or 6, and once it's around that time, they'll come in and start meditating, and this is where the Iron Dagger comes in. So yep, you want to equip this dagger, and only one of them, and make sure it's in your right hand. Or it could be in the left hand, but just make sure nothing's in the left hand or the opposite hand that you got your dagger in. You want to hop into this hallway, right down until you get to one of the greybeards here. You want to hide behind them and start hitting them. But I wouldn't do what I did just then, only because when you start, your sneak isn't high. Hit them once at a time. Once, and you get detected, and then I did that and I got caught. That's why you want to often save. It's because if you get caught, you have to go back and redo it all. So when you start, the basic rhythm of it is hit, wait. When you're hitting again, hit, wait. And you go up a sneak every time. Eventually you can level up, and you go to your sneak, and you want to upgrade that. Where is it? There it is. You want to upgrade that, the first one, a few times. Don't upgrade the backstab or anything, because it'll just make you do more damage. Upgrade that a few more times, so you cannot be seen as easily. And at this point, you should be able to just keep hitting. Once he gets up, don't worry. Usually they won't turn around. And you can just keep hitting them. And they have heaps of health. And just keep going at him. And once he goes down, you can go to the next guy out there, and then there's another guy, and then you can come back to this guy and he'll be healed. And basically you just keep going at it until your sneak reaches 100. And at that point you'll level up a bunch of times. Oh, he turns around real quick. They often won't turn around, but since he did, you just stop. You want to save often, because if they catch you, you have to redo all the ones you just did before. And just keep going at it. It's a really handy strategy. I wish I'd learned a lot earlier than I did. And this isn't cheating, because like if you want to get your sneak up by sneaking around people's houses and just like sitting there and staring at them while they can't see you, it'll take you an odd couple hours, and it's really not worth it. This is the same thing. It's just the fact that it's a lot easier than everything else. And yeah, so this is a very easy way to get your sneak up and to get your level up. And at the end of this, when you get to your sneak to 100, you have a very good perk that'll help you with a lot of combat in the future. Okay, so after doing this for about maybe 10-15 minutes, your sneak will reach 100. And just a second, yeah, there we go. And now you'll want to, you also get a bit of one-handed up. So now you go up in here and you'll get quite a bit of levels. I'm just going to level up my health because I'm not going to use this character. I'm just showing you how many levels you go up. And in this, I'm pretty sure I went up 18 levels. Yep, I think that's 18 there. Level 18, from level 2 to 18, you went from 15 to 100 sneak, and 15 to 27 one-handed, plus the perk you get in sneak that'll help you out with every combat situation until the day you stop playing Skyrim. So you want to fill out the perk tree for sneaking, and it'll make you a very good assassin. If you really don't like this kind of perk tree, you can go and spend your perks on something else, but I would really recommend this even if you don't plan on doing stealth gameplay, just because in really tight situations against hard enemies, this thing will insta-kill or just be really helpful on so many enemies, especially at a low level. And if you have a good dagger, it's very good. Like on my good account, I have a Daedric dagger in this, and it is amazing combo. It absolutely destroys. I'll show you a demonstration of this in a second. Alright, so this is a demonstration of that final ability. Here you see me toggling off my God mode, which I did have enabled, just so I could have infinite sprint, so I could get this gameplay done quite quickly, and the recording done, so I get this video out faster. Because God mode gives you infinite sprint. That's the only reason I had it on. But it took me a little while to find someone good for this, but eventually I found this guard, which, see, you do 15 times attack damage, which is just normal. And because my computer was freaking out and lagging, I really couldn't demonstrate this well. But soon, like in a minute, I get a few good demonstrations on. But as you see, when you're in combat, every time you crouch, you go invisible for a couple seconds, which this allows the game to, like, when you crouch and you classify invisible, if you hit the person, it'll activate sometimes and assassinate, and you'll pop up behind them and slit their throat. But if it doesn't do this, you'll either get a 15 times attack damage, and if you're part of the Dark Brotherhood and have their armor, it'll be a 30 times attack damage. And if you have a good dagger with a good enchantment, this is a very good thing. And it also just confuses the enemy for a bit. See what I mean? You can just straight up assassinate them, and if you have a really good dagger and a non-laggy PC, it's easy to do it on. And or like the Xbox or something, you can do this so well, and you can take out so many enemies just so easily, and it's really good for tight situations. And also, just having that kind of perk tree makes you really hard to detect during stealth missions, so you'll be great in the Dark Brotherhood or the Thieves Guild or things like that, and it'll really help you out with stealth missions and getting around harder enemies and things like that without getting detected. It's a really good perk to have, and that's why I recommend not spending these perk points on something else, but actually investing into this stealth tree. But of course, if it isn't your type of gameplay, you can always go another way, like one-handed, two-handed, heavy armor, magic, anything really. But yeah, this is the tutorial pretty much finished for now. I might release another, like, part 2 on other things you can do that are helpful to start with. But yeah, I hope this helps you guys start out a lot, and that these tips were actually useful. And I'll just leave you with some gameplay of this. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later. And let's attack a woman, because we're not sexist and we do not discriminate. So yeah, I'll leave you with some of this gameplay, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.
That's all you got? Ha! Ugh.
By the order of the Jarl, stop right there.